Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our complete beginner's guide to Necesse, shall we? So, you can see we've built demonic tools. We have okay gear, but it's not great. However, because we've beat the boss so many times and got ourselves some good gear, now it's time to move on. And we did make this, which is phenomenal. Are there any other trinkets that we want to make? Mana regen is not something I'm like absolutely excited about. And I don't really feel like we need to summon the guy anymore at all to fight, because it's time to move to a new biome. Now, before we do that, though, I do want to show you something that's pretty cool. If we want to build some more chests, so let's see here. Just some storage chests. We'd need some logs, I guess. Do I have any? No, I need to chop some trees down. I'm going to build some storage chests. And the reason I want to do that is because I'd like to show you some of the cool stuff you can start to do with automation in your town and have your settlers kind of help you out with some things. So they're out there, they're doing their thing, and you can always push C and go to settlers to see what they are doing. They're resting at this time. But when they're not resting, they'll be doing the jobs that you have them assigned to. And operating as long as it's... Here we go, let me take this guy down. 100 tiles from their bed. So they're going to be out and scrounging around. Do I have any food on me? I do have my little lunch box. I can eat just a bit, but I don't have that much food. So I might have to take some blueberries just to have, so I don't die. And let's see what's in here. This is my potion box. So let's start here. I'm going to right click on this, and then I'm going to click this add inventory to settlement storage. This means that your settlers can both access this and can put things in here. They could take stuff out if they want to wear the equipment, or they could put things in here, use it for jobs and stuff like that. So what I want to do is I want to make this box only for consumables, and I only want to make it for potions. So I'm going to turn everything off on here except for potions. So you can see everything has a red X except potions there, and then I'm going to leave it at normal priority. This is fine, and back. So what this means is eventually anybody who, if I go to work priorities, I believe it's anybody who has this hauling job available will put potions into this box. And even if potions are in a box that they're not supposed to be, they will put it in the right box, as long as your box is marked for community storage. So for example, this one, I'm going to just make this equipment. And I'm going to check everything off except equipment, go back. This one, I'm going to allow it, and we're going to make this only materials. Like that. And then this one, we can go and we will make it just tiles and objects. And then we need to build some more chests, which I will. Nope, not that. Darn. Well, that's fine. Oh, dear God. But it took all my logs. No. Oh, they have a chest. They don't need that. Let me get that. I'm going to give them this table as a decoration instead for their house. So, oops. I'm going to put it like this. And I'm actually going to pick up this, and then give them this chair facing the right way. So they can sit at their cool table. They have a chest too. I'm going to take that. Oh, there was a bunch of stuff in there. So they were putting storage in there. Now look, you see them moving around? They're like sorting the inventory for us. So I love this because what this allows you to do is begin really getting your inventory sorted out, and they will just do it for you. So even if you put it in the wrong place, you could kind of tell them where you want it to go. So we'll make this miscellaneous, and let's just check on the progress of, okay, what this is, and what this is. Good. And this one we're going to also put in here, but I'm going to make this for consumables that are not potions. So everything else can come in here. Cool. Now, we might need to make more chests later if we run out of space, but another thing you can do is just create storage and then allow them to put anything in it just as an overflow, but it doesn't keep things as tidy. But then what you can do is you can start to make more specialized chests, and then they will like sort it out for you eventually. I'm getting really hungry. I need to eat all these blueberries. There we go. Okay. So this is just a bit of housekeeping around our settlement. Let me make a few chests just like that. Cool. All right. Remember the range for these chests, and I'm going to allow everything on this one, and yep, allow everything, and these are just kind of overflow. So now we have plenty, and we'll fix this up when we're ready. But you can see they're slowly, it takes them a bit, but they're slowly starting to put things in the right place so you can keep everything all sorted up. Now I'm going to go ahead and dump all my stuff into the right container, and then this is equipment, this is material, so I'll put the logs in there. All right, we've got the lunchbox, we've got the potion pouch, we've got a travel scroll, recall scroll. I do not need to carry around these, and even if I put these in the wrong place, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put my heavy hammer back because they'll move it for me. Alright. So now I'm going to push N. The next biome we need to go to after you clear the first area. The next biome you want to go to is the snow biome. And then you can do the dungeon biome, the swamp, and then the desert in about that order. Maybe some of it's a little bit interchangeable. We've got a gunsmith who wants to move in. That's kind of cool. But I'm okay with... I don't want to bring in more people than I can provide food for. So I'm going to leave that for now. I think in the future I'll talk about animal handling. We have animals around. We could build an animal pen and all that stuff if we really want to, but I'm okay with just trying to get the farm going. And even if you don't have a farm going, I'll show you. Settlers. Angel is harvesting blueberry bush. Like, they will just go get blueberries and anything else that they can forage around that's food to provide. Now, what we want to make, though, we've already made it, is our boat. So now we can go to another biome. Now, I'm actually going to go to the snow biome because we have a quest for the snow biome. Let me see if I can get a second quest from the Elder. Okay. Okay, no. Sometimes you can get 2 quests. I don't know if they've patched that out, but sometimes you can get 2. Right now we're stuck with 1. That's fine. Now, forgive me if I talked about this in a previous episode. I'm not sure I did. Oh, look at this. Let's get this chest. Free chest. And there's weak fuzzy dice and attack speed potion, so we'll take everything. The fuzzy dice are no good. They are a trinket. We have 3 empty trinket slots, but unfortunately, this is going to give us -4 armor. You could see our total armor is 20. That's just too big of a hit to the armor for me, but it's cool. You can also, if you want, chop down or harvest those walls with your pickaxe so that you can recycle them in your base. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and put this stuff away. And let's see. I will put this chest over here. Oops, that's facing the wrong way. There we go. Sweet. Okay, yeah. So, if we made the boat in a previous episode, I apologize, but basically you could push E and you could craft a boat right here. I don't know if I picked it up, or maybe I'm just misremembering and you start with it. Okay, never mind. Erase everything that I just said. We didn't make the boat in the previous episode. I for some reason thought that I had the boat, but I was looking at the crafting menu. My eyes deceived me. Okay, great. So let's make a boat. So if you want to travel over the water, you can swim. You can just walk into it like this, but you're pretty slow. Instead, you could push E, and you could go over here and you could craft a boat. Now, instead of putting it in your inventory, though, you could put it in this bottom right slot on your paper doll, which is your mount slot. It looks like a saddle. And once it's in there, I'm going to put a torch down so you can see. You can push F to use your mount. Now, if I push it now, it says you can't use the boat on the land. But if I'm in the water and I push it, now I'm in my boat. And you can see up here, it says summoned mount. You can right-click this to cancel it or just push F again if you want to not have it. But you'll notice that the boat makes us way faster. So it's dark, so it's going to be hard to see. Now, once you get to the edge of the map, you'll see this button appear that says travel. In this case, it says travel east because I am here and I'm moving to the east. Now, I actually want to get either to the northeast or the southeast. But what's cool is I can click on this, and even though I'm right here at this edge, I could just click any of these that light up. You see how all of these are lit up? This means I could travel here just on this screen where it says travel east. So just by getting to the edge of the map, you can kind of like fast travel. And I'm going to click up here, and you can see that now we have actually moved over to this land. So I'm going to kind of just move into the center of this square to find the frosty biome. Now there's a boss in this biome that's a giant spider, but we're not going to fight it yet until we get better armor. Good friend of the channel, Alex, who actually donated this game to the channel, gave me a great tip. I'm going to push F to get out of my boat, and I'm going to use a torch so you can see me. So now I don't have my boat anymore because I'm on land. The great tip was that if you actually get the armor that you can craft from the jungle, you will be so strong that you can easily defeat the spider boss, and it really helps. Now, if you'll notice on my map, there is a snow village over here. That's what this little house icon means on the map. So, like, this is just a desert. This is just a forest. This is a dungeon, this little circular hole, and then this is a forest village. So in the village, you come in here, you could see all these people, and you could talk to them, and you can, he's the blacksmith, so you could be like, hey, I'd like to buy something, and, you know, you could buy an iron pickaxe or whatever. We don't need this stuff, it's fine. You can buy a fishing rod if you want to fish, but you can also just recruit people, and you could be like, hey, you're a blacksmith, you're cool, will you join my settlement? So this is a great way to come someplace and cherry pick the exact kind of person you want. This is just a regular villager. This is an alchemist, which is very nice to have. This is an angler. I kind of actually want this guy. Will you join my settlement? So he will, but we need gobfish and furfish. So we'd have to actually fish to get that. Now, luckily, no, No, I don't have it. So I could buy that fishing rod. I'm not going to do that now. But this is a cool way to try to find, here's a villager, there's the angler, there's a mage, which mages are cool to have, and you could recruit any kind of job that you are missing. But the village also has built in an entrance to the dungeon. Now, you don't need this. At any time, you can just craft a ladder. Like, I could just craft a ladder and build it right there and go down to the dungeon if I want. You could also use their entrance right here. All right, so now we're in the snowy caves, and we need to kill a dwarf and get his frozen beard for the quest. So let's look around. There's one right there. Now, they throw these javelins at you. We got the quest item already. The javelins do damage to us, of course, but with our resilience, we don't take a ton. However, we're not invincible either, so we want to be careful. You can see I'm actually getting beat up pretty badly because my armor is terrible. This is a hard cave for us, and this is kind of something that's important about Necesse to know, which is, just like Terarria, you are not going to be moving on to the next area or the next boss unless you properly equip yourself with more advanced gear that you get from better ores. Now, the zombies are still easy, so luckily that's going to help us. Oh, okay. We got to kill this thing. These sentries, you couldn't see it, but I knew where it was because it was shooting at me. There are sentries in many dungeons that shoot a projectile that's kind of reflective of the biome. That's what we're looking for right there. But these ones aren't too bad. The ones in the jungle are awful. Okay, big old spider coming at us. Luckily, we have the demonic sword. I'm just going to push Q to heal. So we rip these guys apart. Now, like I said, this is what we're looking for right here. This ore is what we want. I'm going to break this spider web. Just kind of try to chew through some of this so I can make some space. There we go. So this, I'll gather it. These are frost shards. And this is what I want to make stronger armor. Now, paradoxically, you can skip this if you want and try to go get the better armor that we're going to go get in the jungle. But at least for my money, I made the frost armor first. And what it did was help me not die in the jungle. If you don't mind dying a lot, you could just go try to get the ore, the ivy ore from the jungle. But I like to do, be prepared and just be safe. All right. So there's a lot of copper. There's a lot of other stuff, but progressively what you're looking for is minerals that you can't get anywhere else. Okay, you get away from the webbies. And I'm just kiting these guys backward, just walking back, holding down left click to shoot them. So copper is not that impressive to us because we could already get that. Alright, a lot of bad guys. Because we don't have a torch over here. I'm going to just drink a potion. Alright. Now, there's a lot to fight, but I'm not really looking to fight. I'm looking for frost shards. Alright, get out of the poison. They spit poison on the ground. Okay, there is a lot of spiders. Goodness gracious. Alright, but we could just ignore it. It's a little bit difficult for us. Remember, we have quite bad armor on. We're getting a lot of mileage out of our resilience, but even then, this is challenging. Oh, so that's an NPC miner. As you could see, she will fight. I accidentally hit those NPCs all the time because I just assume everyone down here in these dungeons is bad, but obviously she is not. Alright, so let's try. There's a indoor area up here with some good items, so let's try to clear this out. Oh my god. How? Alright. Okay, so... Oh, that's one of those cool little guys that carries the best ore in the dungeon that you're in, and obviously it is Frost Shard. Okay, there's some TNT. I know I saw a switch for that back here. Let me recall where we saw that and flip it. Alright, so hopefully something blew up somewhere. Here it is. Finally, we found a mother lode. Not really a mother lode, but we found some. Okay, getting hungry, sure. Alright. Some cool stuff here. Let's see, anything in this? Yeah. Oh, okay. Big spider. Alright. Look, buddy, I'm trying to... Oh man, there's an archer over there. How annoying is that? We can't really even see the guy. Alright, that's... Oh, he's swimming over, thank goodness. Alright. Anyway. We looted everything. I'm just picking up some stuff. I think it's in our best interest to check how much frost we have. Alright. So I'm going to sort my stuff. And we have 16. That's okay. This is nice. 30% attack speed. I'm going to use this on... my sword right here, so it will get 30% attack speed. You don't have to do that. You could save it, but it makes our sword so much faster. It's not a great enchant, so every once in a while, if I have a pretty reasonable sword, you know, I'm going to go ahead and just give myself a little boost. We need one. We're getting knocked around pretty good here. You see how we can actually keep up with fighting these guys off knockback wise. Okay, now another thing I want to tell you. Alright, every time you kill those sentries, they do drop a frost shard for you, or whatever shard they're a sentry of, so that's kind of a nice boost. Now I'm going to push M. I'm going to look at the map. I'm going to zoom in. You can hover your mouse over, just like in Terarria, and like see if there's any ore that you missed. Now, in our situation, there is not. All right, there's a frost shard. Oh, that sentry actually had 2 for us. How about that? We say thank you. Okay. This royal egg is what summons the second boss. And unlike the first boss, you actually use it. You have to use it in the snow cave, which is what we're in. And we're going to want to build an arena for that boss, which is a big area that we can... Oh, we got another egg. Use to fight the boss in, because if you fight it just like right here, for example, the boss can walk through these walls and you won't be able to hit it. Also, without using the egg, you can go into one of these nests and just hit the boss. It's a bigger spider that has a symbol on it that looks like this egg. And if you do that, guess what? You're fighting the boss. You can leave and just run away, which I've done before. Just go up, run up the steps or the ladder. Now, at the very least, we're making a great amount of cash. Okay, so we're going to open this door. Be careful of this pressure plate here. But you can just switch to your pick, and you can just, like, bust out the pressure plate so it doesn't hit you. And that's a shame. We're finding, like, stuff, but it's not great. It's trinkets and such, which are cool, but they all have a, you know, pretty serious drawback on them, so say I love you. And, you know, in the lower level dungeons, it's not going to be the best stuff. Okay. By the way, these dwarves give you the javelins that they throw, they drop them, and they're actually not bad if you want to mess around with them. You can just say, all right, I'd like to use your javelins, and put them over here. And, you know, if you want to throw some, you can. And I like them because they stick in the opponent. It's kind of a cool looking effect. But I digress. Alright. Here we go. Here's a little bit more frost for us. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this frost back. My inventory is full, as you can see. So I don't really have room for anything anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a recall scroll on myself. Like that. And I'm going to go down. And I'm going to dump all my stuff away that I can. And we're going to go here. And then we can... I'm going to switch equipment. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, you got it. You make the stuff at the anvil, not here. Okay. So what would we make? Well, we could make, you know, it's worth explaining. Once you get a little bit more advanced, you're going to be making shoes and chest piece, which are the same. But then the hat is class based. So there's this hat, the frost hat, which is magic damage and mana regen if you're doing magic, like you're using a spell, like what we have. There's the frost hood if you're doing ranged attack, and then there's the frost helmet for us, which is the melee one. So I am going to say, all right, what's the worst thing that I have? This hat, probably, right? Because this gives us just 10% melee damage, as this gives us bigger attack speed. Okay, so I'm going to make this hat, and I'm going to put it on. And then we have enough left over to make the boots. 10% movement speed. Now, these boots that we have are still better for now. So what we're going to do is hold off and just wait until we can get the chest piece. We just need more frost shard. But we did just give ourselves 10% damage and 3 more armor right there. So that's pretty sweet. I'm going to go into this, and I'm just going to kick back some equipment that I don't need. That's a quest item, cosmetic. Sure, here you go. I'm going to put like boss stuff in there. That's fine. This is actually equipment. And then one of these is, these are tiles. Is this one the objects? Anyway. Put some of this stuff away. Materials here. Good. Sugar beet seeds, that's cool. Hopefully they will farm all of that. Alright, fantastic. I'm going to sort my stuff. Okay. Now I don't need both ninja stars and ice javelins, so I'm going to do that. Okay. Looking good. I think, actually, let me go back here. Go here. And I can make some farmland, so I will. Just going to continue building our farm. This is a traveling merchant. He is visiting, as they do. What are you selling? Anything good? If you want to summon a brain on a stick. The rope is actually good. I'll buy... Oh, I don't have any money on me. Right. Where does my money go? Good question. Right here. I want to buy something. I want to buy that rope. He has a potion pouch, an ammo pouch, a jumping ball. That is fun. Alright, cool. And I'm going to put my money back in the chest. Like that. Wonderful. I'm actually going to put this rope here too, just for later. It's for animals. If we want to bring in animals. And then if we give people shears and buckets, they can get wool and milk and stuff for us, which is pretty sweet. Alright, everybody. We have made some progress in the frost caves, getting some frost shards, snow caves rather, in the frosty biome. And we're going to try to get the rest of the armor and then actually go back to, or not back, but to the jungle. And then see if we can take out the spider boss and make progress by building up our settlement and taking down more advanced bosses. Everyone, I hope you're still finding this series to be useful and fun. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.